Hey everybody, today I'm going to be making udon shrimp. For that, I'm going to be using 2 pounds of jumbo shrimp. And I'm going to be using udon noodles. You could get them at Walmart in the international aisle or Redner's. Now I'm going to break the recipe down into a couple different parts. Now the measurements I'm going to give you are to season the shrimp, and then I'll give you the rest of the measurements for the broth. 1 tablespoon of real butter, crushed red pepper flakes, 2 tablespoons of minced onion, 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, 1 teaspoon of teriyaki sauce, 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, 1 teaspoon of hoisin sauce, 1 teaspoon of oyster sauce, 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder, sugar, now that goes in the broth, I'll tell you how much for that later. A cup of broth, that's for the sauce, I'll tell you that later. Okay, when you open your packet of udon noodles, you get 2 little packets of these noodles in it. Now I'm going to use 2 of these packets for my 2 pound of shrimp. Now I'm not going to follow the instructions how to make them because they come out really mushy if you follow those instructions. What I'll do is I'm going to get a pan and I'll just fill it up this much with water, and as soon as it starts to get like hot, not boil, I'll put my noodles in, and you have to baby them. As soon as this cake here starts breaking apart, they're done. Okay, you see how my water is like, it's starting to get hot, but it's really not boiling? Well, then you take your, I'm going to try to do this with one hand, guys. You take your cakes and you put it in. And all you do is you have to keep babying it because it literally only takes minutes and then it starts breaking apart. Okay, now as soon as that cake is all broken apart, your noodles are totally done because they are already pre-cooked, so you don't need to cook them again. Okay, when your udon noodles are done, put them in a container or a bowl, and then get your sesame seed oil, which I think I forgot to mention earlier that you're gonna need. Get your sesame seed oil and put 2 tablespoons of sesame seed oil in your udon noodles and put them on the side. Now it's time to start frying the shrimp. I use a cast iron skillet and I add my 1 tablespoon of butter and my 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Now you're going to want to make sure that your shrimp are free from water, so try to absorb all the water that you can because you don't want watery shrimp. Okay, once your butter is melted, add your garlic and your onion. Then add your shrimps and stir. When you see them starting to get a little pink, you could start adding your seasonings, which would be your chili powder and all your sauces that I had measured out for you. After you add all your sauces, just keep mixing this until you get your consistency that you want your shrimps. When your shrimps are at the consistency you want, take your shrimps off and leave all the remainder stuff in the pan to make your sauce. Okay, for your broth, you need 1 cup of broth, 1 tablespoon of teriyaki, 1 tablespoon of soy, 1 tablespoon of oyster, 1 tablespoon of sesame seed oil, 1 tablespoon of sugar, and a pinch of red pepper flakes. Once you have all those sauces mixed into your broth, then you add it to your pan and deglaze your pan. You get all those onions and all that garlic and just leave it simmer for a few minutes until it starts bubbling, and then we'll do our next step. Once your sauce reduces down a little bit, you add your udon noodles and incorporate the sauce in with your udon noodles. After you incorporate your sauce with your noodles, this is what it should look like. Then you add your shrimp. And there you have it, udon shrimp. Enjoy!